QE2, Quantitative Easing 1, 2, 3, and forever, and Bank of America murals. Is there a connection? The other day when Dabu7 was kind enough to mention me on his videos about QE2, the conspiracy switch flipped in my brain. So we are going deep down the rabbit hole for this video. Now, I'm gonna guess that they're using Occam's razor against everybody to where the simplest answer is usually the answer, or something like that. I think in this case, it is not true. I think the bad guys have been planning this shit for years, maybe even decades. And so that's why they're always one step ahead of everything. And they have a sick, twisted sense of humor. So it makes one wonder sometimes, like when they found QE2, the asteroid back in 1999, did they name it QE2 because they knew quantitative easing would be around, and maybe under their projections, it would only be quantitative easing 2 by now, which would mean that they're not doing so hot. So if you notice, every bank in the world is now quantitative easing in some fashion. I don't care what bank it is quantitative easing at this point. What is quantitative easing? Quantitative easing is where the Federal Reserve or the central decide to print more money. And print is really a bad term because now it's digital, so it only takes like 10 seconds, it takes like 3 seconds to type in $1 quadrillion in your computer. Like I think Ben Bernanke could probably print $1 trillion from his phone, or make $1 trillion. So quantitative easing is when the central bank uses that freshly printed money to buy up its own country's bonds, T-bills, or in QE's case, mortgage-backed security. And mortgage-backed securities, meaning worthless toxic assets. What are mortgage-backed securities, MBSs? Well, they basically take like the housing debt, they chop it up into a million pieces, they shove those pieces into a giant burrito of debt, and then they sell that giant burrito of debt like it was a valuable asset, and then they leverage that into infinity, or something like that. Quantitative easing, I'm sure I'll do a video on in the future. So, and then the thing that clicked in my brain was the Bank of America murals. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but there are 3 of them. They were designed in 1992, and they are creepy as crap. Like, they don't really belong in a bank, especially the Bank of America. Now remember, this is the Bank of America headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina. What the hell is this crap doing in the Bank of America headquarters? The first one is really creepy, especially if you consider it's 1992. We got a black sun, a white guy wearing red and white by a burning bush, pyramid, a bunch of steps to nowhere, naked woman dancing in a glass box connected to the black sun, the big red square on top of the Fuhrer Nazi boy's face. And the creepiest thing of all is in the lower left portion, you have Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama. They're all pointing at the Nazi kid, except for Barack Obama. He seems to be just impressed with himself. It's really creepy, especially if you consider it's 1992. Yeah, normal bank crap, eh? Yeah, I want to take out a loan with this place. Nothing says America and sound money more than black suns, burning bushes and pyramids, and women dancing in glass boxes, right? Oh yeah, and Nazi kids. And the middle ones have like some strange Luciferian sex ball coming down from the sky. And then if you look at the bottom, there's like a volleyball net, a guy about to get shot, hazmat people, Jesus being crucified, nuns, soldiers. Nobody's happy. And of course, in the right flags, you've got the gold eagle that the Nazis used to use. And then on the one we'll be looking at, you got a bunch of dudes with gold shovels, gold tip shovels. And there's a guy asleep underground. But the thing, that connection here is that everybody had always been talking about that EQ. Like, why did he write that EQ in the rock, in the boulder? And a few years ago, I made the connection in my brain, like, I bet it was those bastards saying, we'll make all this bullshit debt instruments. When they fail, we know the only way we'll get them out of it is through quantitative easing. So we were basically saying that we're going to put the economy to sleep, and people have associated that guy in the mountain asleep with looking just like Karl Marx. Basically saying, we'll put the economy to sleep and us gold owners won't have to work, we'll just stand here. Or something like that. So everybody's like, what does that EQ mean? I think you flip it around, it means quantitative easing. And it's in a big giant boulder of rock. And then you get the asteroid coming around in 2013. They knew we'd be on quantitative easing. And then here they are, like, shoving in our faces like they love to do. Same guy who did those creepy ass Denver airport murals. These are some creepy ass times for sure. So I would definitely keep an eye out for QE2. If somehow they magically get shit wrong and something smashes into us around that time, that means these sons of demons have known and planned for this shit for a long time. And no matter what, I can guarantee you they knew all the mortgage-backed securities and credit default swaps would fail, which is why they built them up, they profited, they shorted them, they profited. I mean, that's just it. We're back into a pharaoh economy, dudes. Would you like to kneel before pharaohs? Would you? The Bank of America headquarters. Remember, I'm Thor. That the bad guys are bad. They have history, they have legacy, they have plans, they have resources, and they have no empathy, and they gotta believe in their brain that there's some reward waiting for them. Well, I just don't agree. I mean, if you have noticed, central banks have pretty much overtaken governments. And who can tell the Federal Reserve what to do? Not Congress, not the White House, nobody. Nobody. The Fed answers to nobody. Maybe I'm seeing things or being goofy, but when you do look at that, the guy on the left looks like Bill Clinton. That looks like Hillary Clinton. The guy in the middle kind of looks like cross between Bush and Rumsfeld. Now, that doesn't look like Obama, but this was made in 1992. So just him being a black guy amongst a group of presidents, kind of creepy. Especially when they're pointing at some little neo-Nazi. I hope he's not a Nazi. Nazis are jerk. Nazis are a huge step back for mankind. And the banks never really answered any questions about these murals. I mean, granted, bankers are going to have the worst taste in art ever, but this goes beyond that, I think. Yes, it does. What are they trying to say? Hiding in plain sight. Why would they put this up? These serve no purpose other than to kick you in the balls without you knowing it. And to basically say, ha ha ha, we've got some like 300-year-old evil mofo plans, probably the same ones Hitler was trying to follow. I mean, the Bank of America murals and even the Denver airport murals are pretty fascinating. There are a lot of places that break everything down. You can go on and on about the symbology of it all, but I just want to put the QE connection together in the murals. That happens to be in the giant rock, and there happens to be a giant rock called QE, an asteroid headed our way. And then, of course, quantitative easing, which is the thing that controls our entire economy now. All right, so there you go. I had my tinfoil hat on. Thank you, Dabu. Brothers for life, brother. Okay, cool. Everybody, y'all be safe. Y'all be good. And remember, try not to be pissed off and angry and blaming people, because that's exactly what they want you to do. They want to divide and conquer us, just like the Joker. They want us to live in fear. Chaos. It's fear. Nah, dude. Thor's gonna need some Avengers, and you are my Avengers. I'm gonna need you. So keep your head on straight. Man, it's hard to make dickhead bankers funny. And I just want to say in conclusion that even if Asteroid QE2 passes without fanfare, I still believe the EQ on there stands for quantitative easing and is them calling their shot 15 years into the future, just like they did with the Bill, the Hillary, the Bush, and the Obama pointing at the little Nazi kid. I hope he's not a Nazi. Maybe he's just like Little Debbie Snack Cake. And so that kid's going to come and bring everybody little snack cakes. And those snack cakes are going to make everybody so happy that there will be no more war, no more fighting, and we will all get along. You think? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Fuhrer snack cakes would probably taste like shit. Alright, God bless everyone. Yeah! Things get bad, just sing some Jimi Hendrix. Thor News presents Asteroid QE2, Quantitative Easing 1, 2, 3, and Forever, and Bank of America murals. Is there a connection? The other day when Dabu7 was kind enough to mention me on his videos about QE2, the conspiracy switch flipped in my brain. So we are going deep down the rabbit hole for this video. Now, I'm gonna guess that they're using Occam's razor against everybody to where the simplest answer is usually the answer, or something like that. I think in this case, it is not true. I think the bad guys have been planning this shit for years, maybe even decades. And so that's why they're always one step ahead of everything. And they have a sick, twisted sense of humor. So it makes one wonder sometimes, like when they found QE2, the asteroid, back in 1999, did they name it QE2 because they knew quantitative easing would be around, and maybe under their projections, it would only be quantitative easing 2 by now, which would mean that they're not doing so hot. So if you notice, every bank in the world is now quantitative easing in some fashion. I don't care what bank it is quantitative easing at this point. What is quantitative easing?